Hey there, friends, it's Walt. So I have a hack I want to share with you today. People love hacks, and this is a really good hack. And the hack is how to burn out faster. Now, you may think that's something you want to avoid, but recently we were approached by a company who wanted us to help them through one of our emotional wellness trainings to help their team members multitask better. You see, they were a culture that encouraged multitasking, and they thought that if we could help them multitask better, they would be less burned out. Not. You see, this is the hack. If you want to burn out faster, you should multitask. You should multitask a lot. You should multitask all the time. You should up your multitasking game. And that way you will significantly accelerate your burnout because you see, multitasking actually can't be done. Oh, sure, you could tie your shoes and have a conversation with someone, but any higher level tasking, like having a conversation with an associate or a loved one and checking social media or returning an email, physiologically, and there are brain scans that have been done on this, what happens in your mind is not two things at the same time, but you toggle from one to the other. And for those of you who are achievement junkies, who are peak performers, you've become really good togglers. You can toggle all day long. And what happens when we do that is a couple of things. It's a huge energy drain to toggle all day long. It wears you down. The other challenge with toggling, actually coaches say challenge, but we ought to say in this case, it's a problem. The other problem with toggling is when you move from one task to another, there's actually this thing called attentional residue. It's the subject of a fascinating body of science called interruption science. But what happens when you move from one task to another at a high level, it actually takes you time to re-attend to the task you moved from. And that's been measured. At the low end, it's 11 minutes. 11 minutes it takes you to get refocused on what you had been doing. At the high end, it's been measured at 25 minutes. So if you're moving from task to task all of the time, you have this attentional residue which is causing you to be less focused, less attentive, less creative, less productive. And dare I say, for those of you who are in the professional services world, like some of my lawyer colleagues, it increases your propensity for malpractice too. So it has huge downsides when you multitask. So yes, you can continue to multitask, but better is to carve out blocks of time where you're doing one thing well. So if you're working on a creative project, or you're working on the preparation for a talk, or you're working on some type of closing or big deal, set out time where you're doing just that. And then have another block of time where you're returning emails, or you're checking texts, or you're doing social media. Whatever it is, when we actually dedicate blocks of time to each thing, we increase our productivity exponentially, and we save a lot of energy. The other thing is, being present in the moment is actually a thing. It is the core teaching of mindfulness. When we're here, now, present, in this moment, in this one and only moment, it's one of the greatest gifts we can give to ourselves and to the people we serve and to the people that we really love. So I would encourage you to not use this hack. Oh, sure, you can try to become a better multitasker, but that is the sure route to burnout. The alternative is be here now. Make it a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. Bye for now.